don't you think that the government to be directly involved in the musicians' world, don't you think it will kind of affect them and their decision making?
Not really. What I've also found as me, that I didn't realize that the musicians are already planned for under the Ministry of Gender.
The viewers of Spike TV, I remind you to subscribe, like, share and comment. We still have more for you.
We were invited by the organization of Uganda Music Associations, who have so many problems, and they went to Gulu to speak to General Saleh, and General Saleh told us to follow up. So the purpose of this meeting today was to just listen to them so that they can share. We know what are their problems, how are we going to address their issues. So it was an open meeting. But then we found that people had problems. They don't have rent, they don't have they're sleeping, they have loans to pay for and everything. So the messages that they have given to me, I'm going to take back to my bosses, and then I'll come back and give them a report on how we're going to move forward.
SYLIVIA Awori, I have seen that people right now, and most especially the entertainment industry, they are all looking at the government for support, for money. You have been in the entertainment industry for a very long time now, and we saw, you told us in your words that you grew up knowing that you have to carry yourself. Don't you think this is an illusion people are getting into their heads?
No, I wouldn't say it's an illusion. I would say that everybody is different. Everybody has a different drive. Everybody has got a different mindset. For me, I prepared my mindset after 8. When my father died, I knew I was on my own. So everybody's been brought up differently. So what we have to do is to nurture them. The ones that need, there are some that need very little push, that is not even resources. Then there are some that need the resources. Then there are some that need to be pushed musically. So it's not an illusion. They need help. They have come out to cry for help. And government is listening. But government is not just going to throw out handouts. We will have to understand the terrain. We have to understand who are these people, where are they, and how can we help them, so that it's not a one-off. So that we prepare, and we prepare for them for a very long time and reorganize them.
Okay, so I've seen that people are really willing to get money from the government. Apart from the finances, how is your office ready to see that it helps the musicians of Uganda?
In our second phase of the operation, we are moving away from funding, like how we have been giving people inputs and stuff, and we're going into financing. So if these guys are organized, we'd rather get a loan, with a cheap loan that we are supervising as OWC. We finance, and then they go into the rotating funds, a revolving fund. It's better that way because they will be able to see their money come back and they reinvest and reinvest. So that is what we're going to start preparing them on how, so that we're not just giving them handouts. So we are preparing that from July. We will have educated everybody on how we're going to move in our second phase of the operation.
Okay, my final question. Do you think that, in your view, the fact that the musicians are now so into politics, is it the reason why now government is all of a sudden so interested into being involved in the musicians' world?
I really do not think so. I don't think so much, but yes, one, a musician has come and stood for president. That is already that's already an issue, but the government coming into support is not necessarily because of politics. It's just a coincidence that person wanted to stand, and they've come out to be, and they've come out and performed well. But I'll just go back and give an example that, like myself, I am an artist, and I have found myself in politics. And not very active politics, because I've been there the last 5 years. No one has been known, no one knew, quietly. So they're not coming out now just because of the other artists. Maybe it's been an alarm now, it's an alert that has come out, that it has helped. So that we can now reorganize and look out for the youth, but they were already in the plans. In the NDP 3, the National Development Plan 3, everyone is catered for. No one is going to be left behind for the next 5 years. So the plan is there. It's a law. So it's not about if there's politics or if it's not politics. You're going to see for yourself. If whatever we're saying now, a year from now, you'll be able to ask me the same question. That what have you achieved from the day from this day when you've met with the musicians. So you will see that it's not just politics. Yeah.
So my very final one, don't you think that the government to be directly involved in the musicians' world, don't you think it will kind of affect them and their decision making?
Not really. What I've also found as me, that I didn't realize that the musicians are already planned for under the Ministry of Gender. There is a budget that is supposed to be under the Ministry of Gender, but directly under the Ugandan National Culture Center. That's a government body. That's the body that the musicians are supposed to be anchored. And that's the body that's supposed to budget for the whole entertainment industry, not just the musicians. So it's something that has been existent, but with now it's going to be more amplified, and the more budget will be put towards them, because it's not something that's just being recreated. It's been there, but it's not been as active. But with everything that's happening, it's going to be a very big change.
Thank you so much. Give us your final views on what is really going on to our viewers.
Dear viewers, it's a pleasure. I've been off. I've been off television and radio and stuff for almost 5 years now. It's good for me to come back. I'm back, but in a big. So everyone was asking, what were you cooking? What were you cooking? Now the cat is out of the basket. So finally the cat is out of the basket. I've been involved in a lot of developmental issues, developmental things with General Saleh, with Operation Wealth Creation. But at the same time, I've also still been doing my business. So if I had not been in the fashion industry and in the entertainment industry, it would have been very difficult. But once I'm in government, now I can easily relate. I can easily relate to the artists, to the musicians, to the filmmakers, because that's part of my other world. So it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be back, to serve my people in the way that I understand now both sides.
Thank you so much for that exclusive. And our dear viewers, as you have seen, Miss Owori has given us that beautiful, beautiful information that we all need to understand. And the viewers of Spike TV, I remind you to subscribe, like, share, and comment. We still have more for you. Just sit and relax. Enjoy.